Hi, I'm Sarah Casalan Bittle, president of the UPS store, and I am proud to be serving as this year's American Heart Association Heart Challenge Chair in Metro Chicago. As the mother of a child with a congenital heart defect, heart health was already on the top of my mind, but it was still a shock when I found myself staring survival right in the face. At the young, healthy, and active age of 47, I was now having serious conversations about my own future with the cardiology team at the University of Chicago Medicine. My story of survival starts with a hamburger. In late July 2022, I made hamburgers for dinner, and the next morning felt a touch of indigestion, which I thought was strange because I don't often suffer for indigestion. Went to bed that night and everything was fine. The next evening, I tucked my kids into bed, kissed them goodnight, and then noticed that indigestion come back. I went to sleep, and later that morning I woke up with a feeling of nausea, just nauseous. Then I got a little sweaty, didn't think anything of it, just nauseous. It was the burger, had to be. What I then learned was that I was in heart attack for approximately 90 minutes. Why would it have ever occurred to me at the young, healthy age of 47 that I was having a heart attack? The realization that I was experiencing a heart attack and unconsciousness took 5 minutes. I was able to get to my mother, who was able to call the ambulance, and I was transferred from 3 different hospitals, ultimately ending at the University of Chicago Medicine, where I was put on the highest forms of life support, ECMO, heart and lung bypass. My recovery was nothing short of remarkable. I left with a compromised ejection fraction, measurement of my heart's ability to pump blood to my body, an ejection fraction of 20, wearing a life vest at significant risk for a repeat cardiac arrest. And I wore that life vest for 3 months when we discovered that my ejection fraction had recovered, and I was well on my way to a healthy and positive prognosis. As part of the amazing care that I've received, I had a 6-month follow-up stress test. And that stress test came back looking a little off. I was feeling great. I was optimistic about my future. When we followed up with the stress test, it was discovered that I had a 70% blockage in my left main artery and that I required immediate bypass surgery. I was so fortunate to again partner with the University of Chicago Medicine to receive robotic-assisted bypass surgery. Having robotic-assisted bypass surgery enabled me to recover quickly, to get home quickly, to be with my family, friends, and my community, and to continue to do the work that I am doing with the American Heart Association, and furthering education and awareness of heart disease and stroke, because there were so many things that I didn't know. I didn't know that women present differently with heart attack. So I didn't know that my symptoms could possibly be heart attack. I didn't know the health disparities that exist between men, women, and people of color in the area of heart disease. And knowledge bears responsibility. And it is with that knowledge that I'm moving forward to continue to build awareness and be a positive force for change. Thank you.